Good afternoon. It is perennial cutback day. I'm going to cut back a bunch of different types of perennials. Some of them you cut all the way back to the ground. Some of them you're a little more selective with how you cut them back. But I need to get working on it because it's time and I want to clear some space for some of the seedlings that I have started. So I need to also cut back this ivy along the side here. So this may take me more than a day. Things tend to take me more than a day, but I want to at least get it started, and so let's get working. Sadly, I seem to have killed this manzanita, so I'm going to pull it. I'll put something else here. I have matching ones on either side of the garage, so I'll probably plant that one out in the landscape somewhere and do something else here, maybe succulents or something that I can go for a little while without watering. Bummer. It's gonna be easy. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. Just killed it. I do not have the heart to cut this back yet. This is catnip or cat mint, and it's still too beautiful. But it will continue to push new growth from the crown. This is one plant, and it will continue to push new growth. And then as this older growth dies back, then I can cut it off. But I'm seeing new growth down in there. But these flowers are just too beautiful, and the bees love it. And it still looks too good. Can't do it. Can't cut it back. But I am going to come and pull these are the California coastal poppies that are a native here. And they come out from the crown in the center there and come all the way out. And as they die back, they just look really bad. And they will absolutely flush back from where I pull them within this season. And I'm going to start there and head that direction. The other thing I'm going to cut back is this lemon balm. It seeds itself pretty aggressively if I let it go to seed, and I don't want to do that. And then I am going to cut this catmint back. Catnip, catmint. Ooh, look at the spidey. There's it won't focus, but orb weaver. So I'm going to cut back. I do see new growth down in there, so I'm going to cut this one back down to the ground. And since it's not as robust and beautiful as the other one, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one back and give it a chance to bloom again this season. So we live in a very humid area, and this is a fungus called rust that is growing on my gladiolus. It's on the older ones that were here earlier in the year. We've had warm and humid weather, and that absolutely leads to fungal growth. So I'm going to use the bleach wipes on my clippers in between plants. But if you're seeing this kind of an orangey dot on your plants, that's something to research and see what you do to get rid of it. I'm cutting it back, and I may spray neem, but for now I'm just going to cut out all the affected pieces. Okay, well, it doesn't look beautiful. In fact, it looks terrible. But these are going to grow back really quickly. You can see new growth coming here on the lemon balm. And the catmint, I see new growth here in the middle. I could have used hedge trimmers on this. And I'm going to use hedge trimmers down the way a little bit. But this is lemon verbena. And I'm not going to cut it back. It almost disappears every year. Just becomes a few twigs and then it flushes back and smells wonderful. And all the plants along the side are mainly planted to try to discourage mosquitoes. So they're scented plants and mice. That's what the mint's all about. But I mean, I guess I could cut this back a little bit, but it's okay for now. So I'm going to tackle this big catmint that's kind of splayed out here next. So I think there's a bird nest in this area. I just was cutting back right along here and stood back to kind of assess, and I heard some squeaking. So I think there's a bird in there. And the dog was kind of extra interested in this area the other day. So I'm going to move on down the line. That way. Okay, day 2 of doing some perennial cleanup here. I have tons of lemon balm to cut back and also some lion's mane sage. So, and whatever else I find. I'm sure there's poppies I'm looking at down here, and I always come across weeds. So just want to get this area cleaned up so I can get some other of my seedlings that I started a long time ago, get them going in the ground. So just gonna set up and start cutting back, see what we find. Okay, so cut back the poppies and lemon balm that were really crowding this area, and now everything's going to be able to breathe. I was getting a lot of powdery mildew on my roses that are here and on this persimmon tree, and having it be just way too crowded like that, I think, was the problem. It was great to have all that in the spring when it was the only thing, but I have blue waterfall campanula, I have dahlias, I have lemon verbena, I have roses, I have sage, I have yarrow in here, I have lilies in here, I have gladiolas in here. So now everything can breathe, and then I can come in with some of those other smaller seedlings that I've started. I did, unfortunately, with my big feet, stomp on that stargazer lily right there, but there's one here that's still okay. And I noticed one of this, what's it called? It's the blue flower. I cannot remember the name off the top of my head right now. This one. People say it spreads really badly, but I had a plant in here a couple years ago in the middle there, and it's gone. And I have one little one here, so it's not spreading for us. We just don't have the climate for it, I guess. So, guess I'll wipe down my cutters, deadhead this rose, and then I'm going to move on to this side over here. Okay, I'm going to work on this area now. I'd like to be able to get into that back corner there and work on that catmint, but I just don't want to be knee deep in plants in the, in the heat. So I might wait till winter to cut that back, or later in the fall when it's colder. But I'm going to start trimming back these sages here that are done blooming, because I have the other type that's just starting to bloom. There is columbine in here. I'll just go right above the columbine, I guess. I have uncovered dahlias and all kinds of other varieties of plants underneath here. Roses. And on this side I just pulled back the poppies along here that were done, and they will come back. Over here I've already pulled back poppies, and you can see them already starting to flush back out. I guess I need to finish this side real quick. And this one poppy right there. So I'll get those done. I have uncovered the climbing rose that's back here. Look how beautiful that is. There's also a yellow mallow. Cut back the citronella here a little bit. Cut back the begonias over there. Pulled back the poppies that were dead. I should come in and deadhead these dahlias, but I was maybe thinking about gathering seeds. There's a green lisianthus in the middle of a lemon verbena. And I do see zinnia seeds starting there. So this area is looking a little more contained and refreshed. And then out here, completely different. Pulled out all that lemon balm. found the yarrow, found the persimmon tree, found more dahlias, found more blue waterfall campanula in here, found more milkweed, that's what it is, rose, dahlias on this side. So eventually this ground cover, the white ground cover, will kind of take over the margins of this area. And then over here I cut back one of the varieties of lion's mane sage that's already done. I've left this milkweed for the butterflies, for the monarch butterflies. And then this is the other milkweed, lion's mane sage that's blooming now. And then back in there I have that blue flower that I cannot remember the name of. It's not Brennera, it's not Baptisia. Borage, that's it. So I left that, whoops. There's the grass right here. So, and then on this side, also cut back. I cut this back because I want this rose to have a chance, and I want that variegated lion's mane to have a chance, and it just hasn't. And there's some sort of sad looking dahlias here. Uncovered, why can't I remember the name of this right now? Anyway, there's some of that right there. Lantana. And then on this side I just pulled back poppies and just kind of gave this whole area a sprucing up. And it doesn't look great with the wheelbarrow in the middle, but everything's going to get a lot more airflow now, and that's what's important for dealing with what we have here, which is the powdery mildew. So this area is done. Well, I got it done. I got this whole area cut back and ready for the next phase of this garden. I have a lot of seedlings I want to bring into this area, so that may be my next step. And I also have been wanting to plant these kumquat trees that I have in the pots here, and just kind of waiting for what was in those to die off. And they're ranunculus, so those are done. And so it feels good. Things have room to breathe. We'll have less powdery mildew on things when there's airflow. And I can just see all the variety of plants I have, and not just, in this area in particular, just lemon balm was all you could see. So that was kind of boring. It's nice in the spring because it's the earliest thing, but it was ready to be cut back. So I'm tired. I'm going to go get some water and put my feet up, and I will catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.